Hello. It's like I should have changed as well.
Okay, so welcome back to Conversations with EA. So this segment is Girl Let's Talk.
My favorite thing to do.
So meet Miss K. So Miss K is going to read that one out for us.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first. Okay. Hi, yes. My husband's family constantly asks him for money. Let me get you from Nigeria. Okay, let me say Africa. Let me not be mean to my people. And it's starting to affect our marriage. I understand helping family when there is genuine need. Sometimes we'll postpone our own plans, struggle with bills, and somehow still feel guilty saying no. Whenever I bring it up, I'm painted as selfish, a controlling wife, and I'm trying to separate him from his family, but I'm not against helping. I'm against feeling like our future always comes last. Now, money arguments are becoming a regular thing between us. My question is this. When does supporting family become financially healthy for a marriage?
Okay, okay. You answer first because you are married now. So you answer.
I just got married. You have a small bikini in this marriage, yo.
So yeah. So what do you think?
Oh Jesus!
What do you think?
So the thing is, even statistically speaking, marriage, like money, financial issues, is the biggest reason for a lot of divorce.
Yeah.
So it's not new question. It's nothing new in that side. But I think looking at the background of her question, I think what is really obvious here is that she and her husband are not in agreement when it comes to their finance. And I think that is what is lacking, because if you are both having different view when it comes to money, because at this point it's not about helping the family, it's about the money to help the family. Do you get?
Yeah.
So she's saying that when does supporting family become financially unhealthy for a marriage? It becomes financially unhealthy for your marriage, like she said, when the marriage finance becomes the last thing. At the moment your marriage loses its priority, but there is a problem. Do you understand?
Or is this something else to do with lack of communication?
I think it's lack of agreement. The Bible says in the book of Acts 3 verse 3, can two walk together unless they agree? Do you understand? You know, like you said, communication is very important. If they, just speaking, and maybe from experience, if they had sat down and agreed that, okay, first of all, what is our finance?
Yes.
What is our obligation? Then, what is our saving target if they can even afford one? After that, you now say, okay, what is our financial obligation to family?
Yes, it's true.
Do you understand? Because I don't even know. I mean, we don't have the detail here. I don't know if this person have got kids, or if it's just the two of them.
They could have kids.
If they don't have kids,
it's
this
possible they
become a
have kids.
problem.
Yes, it is.
Do you understand?
Okay, for me, right? I believe that they should. Okay, because they have this thing where family both of them have to agree who is important when it comes to that family that they're going to give money to. That's number one. Then number two, if they have to have a separate account where they put money in and say, okay,
emergency for family.
Especially if they feel, oh, you know what, we cannot say no to some family members. Kind of, you cannot say no.
Me, I can say no. Sorry, me, I can say no. I have no problem saying no.
But some people don't. But okay, for example, like I said now, right? Maybe they should have a separate account where they say, okay, you know, when it comes to this family or this family. But yes, like we said, communication actually matters. So they have to sit down and talk to themselves who is really important. If it's my parents, your parents, those are important. You know, get what I mean?
I think it's.
But I just feel maybe anything outside them,
is
negotiable. You might, you know.
I think it still needs to be a case of an agreement in the sense of, you know, first of all, they need to have an honest conversation.
Yep.
Because it sounds like it's his family that is asking for the money. It doesn't really sound like it's her family.
Family that is
because
asking
of the
for
way
it,
she's
yes.
So, because
Yes,
the
that's
thing is,
true,
whether
that's
we
true.
like it or not, we all have natural biases.
Yeah.
I'm sure if it's from her family, the way it's presented, it's not going to be presented that way. You'll be a bit more kind.
Yeah.
But having said that, I think they need to have an honest conversation, transparent, honest conversation.
Yeah.
You know, because it's important for them to make sure that they are financially balanced as well. Because if you're in a household where, okay, let's say maybe your husband is bringing in 50K, you are bringing in 50K. Actually, most of the time it's not always 50-50. You're bringing in, let's say she's bringing in 30K or whatever, and the husband is paying these bills, and then she's paying this bill if she's paying any, and the husband now feel like I can do whatever I want with my money, then technically he can do what he wants with his money if you don't have that agreement to say, okay, this is what we do with our money. Do you know? So I think that they need to have an honest conversation, and then, like you said, they need to have an agreement. Okay, how much can we realistically afford to help family members? You get? And there is that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you want to steer away from not so much as who is important, because your brother can be more important to you than your mother. It depends on the kind of relationship you have with that person.
That's true.
You know? So I think they just need to have a conversation, agree within themselves how much they can realistically afford to help. And then if they can't, they need to be comfortable to say no. But if it's your family that is the one you need to say yes or no to, make sure you're leading that conversation so you don't paint your other person in a bad light. So very important, because you don't want to be like, when he's no, my wife said no, I don't want to be hearing my wife say no. Mama,
that's true.
Papa, brother, sister, right now. You get? So I feel like it's very important that it's managed delicately, so one party is not portrayed.
As bad. So nothing as if, my wife, maybe it's the wife that also want to
and sometimes the wife don't even know about it. And the way before you go to family garden. So
it's true.
Let's be guided.
It's true. Okay. All right. The one I have here is, I've been married for 3 years, and honestly, my biggest issue isn't even my husband, it's his family. His mom still expects him to prioritize her over our marriage. And whenever I speak up, I'm made to feel disrespectful. For example, she will call him multiple times a day, show up unannounced, and even comment on how I run the house or cook. If I say I am uncomfortable, my husband says that's how she is. Recently, we had an argument because I wanted us to spend his birthday with just us and the children for once. But his family said I'm pulling him away. Sometimes I feel guilty, frustrated, and sometimes resentful. I don't want to disrespect anyone, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like a third wheel. So my question is, how do you deal with in-laws without losing yourself or damaging your relationship?
Boundaries, girl. Y'all need to send some boundaries. Your husband needs to send some boundaries.
Yes.
You know, things like this make me thinking, thank God though, I married my husband from Nigeria who escaped to this place. So I don't have to deal with it like that. Before they can get on the way and cross Atlantic to meet me here to come and do that. Train God said, have you plane? The money they look, that money they look for, they go use and carry aeroplane to come and do that. So they're fine. But on a serious note,
it's true.
In-law situation is such a delicate matter. So for me, I feel like in this one, boundaries needs to be set and boundaries needs to be respected. And when boundaries are broken, in my opinion, y'all need to be punished for it. So you know it's important not to break them. But the husband needs to lead that conversation. You know, I know that it's hard, you know, because I'm from Nigeria. We come from a place where community living is important. We all want to, you know, be there, you know, be there for one another. But at the same time, even within that, we have different expectations for our family. Some people genuinely will not mind that. They will not mind their in-laws turning up. And that is why it's good to have that conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's true.
But when it comes to like putting time and setting boundaries with your in-laws in terms of their visitation, activities.
Wait, did the mama not get husband?
maybe the husband don't die. I'm sorry. Maybe the husband don't tired of him. That's why they look for a place to go. I'm sorry. But I think, and you don't forget as well, when people get to their old age, everybody's out of the house. And I think that is why, even if the husband is alive and they're together, and there's things that me and my husband talk about a lot, it's important that you guys have relationship between yourselves. So when the children have grown, don't come off for the house. They're not going to look at each other and say like stranger. You get you have memories to relieve and also have small money. So if somebody want to stress you, just go and travel and go and enjoy yourself. You don't want me in your house. No, my prayer is as I get old and see my children. If they don't want me that big cool, I'll just take a plane, go and relax somewhere. Even send them the picture of the sun catching my beautiful skin. Because but on the
the husband should set.
The husband needs to. It's difficult conversation, but he needs to have it. But he should not have it in a way where it then becomes obvious that that we say that the woman they talk through him. So he needs to have it in a way, and also she also needs to be tolerant as well. Experiencing things that is already happening already is not something that's going to change overnight. So I think it's a case of conversation needs to be had.
Yes.
Boundaries needs to be set.
Yep.
But patience is also required. You can't just expect her to just all of a sudden stop some of this behavior. But like, for example, you give an example of the birthday thing.
Yeah.
It could have been a case of, okay, you know what? Why don't we have the parents in the morning? And then in the evening, us and the kids will just go.
Yes.
Or us and the kids will go for breakfast and then the parents will be. So compromising with each other.
Even that way, she could babysit for you.
Exactly. But you can't just make person not come and now say, maybe you can't carry picky won't go.
That's
but even in there, it's not like they want to go together. But at the same time, the husband needs to be sensitive to those things as well. Because the thing she's talking about is not like it's just for her own good, it's for their own family. Like she said, they've only been married 3 years. Even if they had kids, maybe 2, do you get? So the marriage is still very young as well. And that is why it's important for parents as well to also understand that at this early time in their marriage, they need to be building foundation. Yeah. And if the foundation is rocky at this point, God, how is the marriage going to last? So then you also need to allow time for their children as well. It's been such a young marriage for them to get to know each other, to start building the right foundation. If they're already putting a foundation where she's already feeling like a third wheel in a marriage, like we know what it's like to be a third wheel in a friendship or a date. So now imagine that in your marriage, and if once you allow something, that is going to happen, and even
over
more
and over again. Yeah, that's true.
So I feel from where they already
now,
at,
they should start. Yeah, they should start.
The husband needs to lead in those conversations, but she also needs to have an honest conversation with him where it doesn't feel like it's an attack or an isolation. Because you don't want him to feel like. Because every man wants you to have a relationship with their parents.
That's true.
So, but
it could be even the mom. Like possible, maybe she's not. Maybe. The dad is no more in the picture, so
there's that loneliness as well.
So sometimes that's what you said, being tolerant, being that's true. That's
just
true.
A little bit,
just a little bit,
yes,
you can. It's in a way kind of dealing with in-laws also. It's kind of the same way you deal with your own parents and your siblings.
Because he also has to deal with your parents as well.
Sometimes your parents or siblings can, can cross your boundary.
Absolutely,
they could do things.
Test it.
Exactly.
Because I'm not allowed to cross my boundary, but you can test what I'll tell you why you feel. But I think
so she's the one that should. She should also calm down. Calm down.
Baby, calm down.
Calm down. She should calm down.
Yeah, so it takes two to tango. So just accommodate a little bit.
Be by bit. When you start talking to her, telling her, okay, this, we are married, could we, for the birthday, like you said, for the birthdays, can you, come in the morning, we'll do together, but when you tell her come in the morning, we'll go out. You go out with the children.
Do this, we'll chill.
In the evening, she will stay now.
I'll be now.
And look after the children while you and your husband. You get what I mean? So I understand that. Yes, definitely I understand that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. God bless. Until I come your way next time. This is Conversations with ES. Bye. Thank you, Miss K.
You're welcome.